Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the King, and welcome back to the channel. The PTB is here, ladies and gentlemen, and Leatherface has now been improved, as well as the Hillbilly changes and everything like that. We're going to be playing Leatherface, we're going to be playing the Hillbilly. I'm going to go over their add-ons for you guys, so you guys can see them. Then we're going to jump on into the gameplays and things like that. Remember, we are live on Twitch for those of you guys that are interested. Coming out saying hello, watching us play this live, and please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as we're nearing 100,000 subscribers, which is an amazing milestone, so I can really use your help in achieving that goal. So, you guys are probably most curious about the ultra rare add-ons. Carburetor Tuning Guide is now an ultra rare add-on. I had a very good feeling that this would have been the ultra rare add-on, and let's take a look at what it does. Automatically consume all charges when triggering a chainsaw dash. Slightly increases the chainsaw dash duration, slightly decreases the chainsaw's maximum sweep speed, slightly decreases the recharge rate. So pretty much it does everything that it did before. It is still really good, and it's just an ultra rare now, which, I mean, it should be. Carburetor Tuning Guide deserves to be an ultra rare because it used to be a green. My god, was it strong. The next one is Iridescent Flesh. Hitting a survivor with your chainsaw replenishes its charges, and I actually played the first game of Leatherface, which we're going to see next, and this is actually going to be really good on him. Really good. Everything else pretty much is just a little bit changed, like award-winning chili. Moderately increases dash duration when the token is consumed. Moderately increases the additional chainsaw window. And then we have things like this, which increases the charge time, increases the number of charges, decreases the sweep speed. Light chases is pretty cool. You see the auras of survivors within 8 meters. While revving, slightly increases movement speed while revving. You also have Rusted Chain, which I thought was pretty interesting as well. Well, not Rusted Chain, sorry. Which one was it that I saw? Ah, here it is. Bergrim Chain. Chainsaw hits cause survivors to drop their item, so that's pretty cool. And then we have, of course, the Mangled effect, which is the same. And if anybody is dropped with your chainsaw and there's no one in their terror radius, they are going to be essentially knocked out with blindness. Or everybody else essentially. Knockout. Movement speed for this one, and everything else is pretty much standard across the board. I'm just going to quickly hover over them, and you guys can take a look at all of them and see which ones you guys want to see. And then, of course, we have the Hillbilly. Let's go over to Mr. Hillbilly. And as you can see, a lot of his add-ons are changed. Pretty much all of them. Carburetor Tuning Guide is not even here anymore. Sadly, we don't have it. Instead, we have Iridescent Brick. After maintaining a chainsaw sprint for 5 seconds, gain the undetectable status effect until you stop sprinting. So essentially, you are going to be a silent hillbilly. Now, you can combine this with his quieter chainsaw add-ons and everything like that to make him better. So, Carburetor Tuning Guide is gone, and if you take a look as well, Primer Bulb is gone too, so you won't be able to use any of those add-ons to get basically Insta-Saw Billy, Insta-Resaw Billy, because pretty much all of the add-ons are gone. So we need to take a look at all of his add-ons. So we also have his other ultra rare, which is Salapro Chains. If you break a pallet, you will continue going through, and if you hit the survivor, they'll lose 1 health state. Really beautiful add-on. Chainsaw is silent for survivors outside of your terror radius, so that is the new Apex Muffler. Moderately decreases the heat gain when starting to rev the chainsaw. This is very nice, because if you took a look at our video yesterday when we discussed PTB changes, we actually had all of the numbers, and revving your chainsaw initially gives you the most amount of heat gain. You also gain a lot more heat when you're just holding your chainsaw as well and not actually using it, so this is pretty good. Obviously, Thompson's Moonshine is the same. Next up is Tune Carburetor, which is essentially the Carburetor Tuning Guide. Moderately decreases chainsaw charge time, reduced base movement speed to 4.4 seconds. So that's pretty interesting. Next, we have Black Grease, increases resistance to blindness for 10 seconds after being stunned by a pallet. So pretty interesting add-ons. A lot of these add-ons are now intertwining with perks. We have Doom Engravings, which is essentially the same. Leafy Mash. Gain the undetectable status effect for 15 seconds after landing a chainsaw hit. We have low kickback chains. Considerably reduces the time penalty when bumping into obstacles. Increases the movement speed to 2 meters a second when flashlight is shining on you. So pretty interesting. Mother's Helper. And then we have Big Buckle. Decreases terror radius by 8 meters. when the chainsaw is overheating. We have depth engravings, which is the same. Off-brand motor oil slightly decreases the range of chainsaw noises. And then finally, the final few yellows slightly increases the chainsaw rate of cooling. And the final one is speed limiter, of course. And then we have Dad's Boots, which increases the steering. We have decreases the collision zone for the chainsaw sprint and moderately reduces chainsaw sprint steering. Moderately increases the chainsaw overheat limit. Finally, slightly decreases recovery time after hitting an object with the chainsaw. So you guys are probably wondering what happens if I had a bunch of add-ons, as most of the add-ons are gone. I'm assuming that a lot of these add-ons are going to be just chain. So if you can take a look here, we have 74 Apex mufflers. We have quite a lot, and we don't have any carburetor tuning guide, sadly, because I did use all of them, and all the primer bulbs and Thompson's mix, I don't have any of those. So it's a good thing that, you know, they're not really too significant now when there's other add-ons that will do better. And here we are, Rot in Fields. I need to readjust, by the way, because they actually changed how small. Ooh, they also changed the generator ores. If you take a look at that, that's the first thing I noticed. Very nice. They changed the perk icons again, which is great. So now we should be able to have like a UI scale. So apparently if I use this chainsaw, I can use it. And I assume if I do it, I don't know how to do it again. So if I use this chainsaw, and I go like this, oh, and you click it again, you're able to do it for a longer duration. Pretty cool, right, guys, eh? All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. Run. Go. Go, go, go. You would think that this is a private game, but it's not. This is not a private game whatsoever. These guys is flashlighting me. Owie. No flashlights. I'm being nice and not chainsawing them right off the bat because they were a little nice to me. This guy is that hard. As you notice as well, this Dwight has blood on him. So that is also new. If you hit a survivor, you will now have blood. There we go. I see. Okay. So, we're going to... What was that? Was that Feng? No, just pick this guy up. Oh, Feng's up there. Sorry, Feng. Sorry, Feng. So as you can see, if you hit a survivor, they now have blood, which is really damn cool. Really cool feature. Oh no, she might get a flashlight save. Nope. Sorry, Feng. Hiya! There we go. Now we can turn back around and go put him on this hook. Thank you, Feng. I appreciate it. So let's see. Oh, hi, Meg. So another change, as you can see. There we go. Jeez! Oh, if we had one more charge. If we had one more charge. Holy crap, this would have been great. Everybody's going down. They're all going down. If we had one more charge, we would have had all of them there. I do like this. People are going to have to obviously adjust to him and take their time to realize his potential on how to play him and how to play against him. But for the most part, he's pretty fun. Well, from what we're doing now, at least. A lot of textures have been kind of updated as well as lighting. A lot of bug fixes are incorporated into the game, too, so which is pretty awesome. We got someone in the basement. Bubba's basement's about to go down. I kind of want to use a chainsaw in chase, though, where we're not really in an open area and we can use it strategically. Hello, Meg. So, I don't think they want us to use our weapons offensively anymore as the Hillbilly Brothers. Look at that. You can see the actual aura of the hook now and not the actual aura of the survivor. So, gives you a better indication of where... Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow, that's cool. Okay, I like that. I can dig it. Hi, Meg. D-strike? What are you doing, Meg? Yeah, she had D-strike. It is what it is. Come on, Meg. Loop me around. I want to see how this power works in chase. I think that person really wants to die. Well, initially, because I am running 2 add-ons that increases the, what is it, chainsaw something. Not the speed. Oh, hello. It also increases the time that I am able to use my extra chainsaw. Sprint, essentially. Do this. So you can no longer camp with this, so you can realistically just use this as long as you like. Oh, wow. Ooh, that would have been actually quite nice. I'm just gonna look at the floor. Meg decides to kill herself. And there's a Dwight, trapped himself in the corner. And we got the pallet perk as well. And then it's on a little bit of a cooldown. That is way more, like, it feels way better than it did before, where you don't have to, like, hold it and then it just charges and you gotta let go. Now you can just hold it, use it, keep on going. That feels so much more smoother and so much more better. I do, oh man, having the opportunity to decide to extend it, because you have extra speed now. So if I decide to do this, then I just click it. So realistically, you would want to click it towards the end, so that way you can get the max duration of your chainsaw. And it takes you quite far as well. So a survivor outrunning that needs to, oh, why can I see her aura? Does she have object? Ah, she does have object. All of the auras have been updated, which is quite nice. So yeah, having that duration, just going really long is also pretty good because of the amount of speed. I wonder how that's gonna pair with beast marks and things like that. That would be quite awesome. So if I hold my chainsaw for too long, I will go into a tantrum, and I'd rather not go into a tantrum. No. So I can just, oh no, I went into a tantrum. I was just saying how I didn't want to go into a tantrum. Oh no. Nia, come back. At least she's giving us some good chase here, so I can actually utilize this power correctly. We do have Bamboozle. I don't think she knows that. I forgot I had Bamboozle. In fact, I forgot to change a lot of my perks. Like, if you notice, we still have Spared Fury, and we still have Spared Fury because, there we go. Wow, that's nice. That's so nice. It's really good too, because you can control which way you want to, like when you want to use the saw and which way you want to turn it. But yeah, our perks weren't even set up. I was waiting in that queue for about 25 minutes. So I didn't even have all of my perks ready. So let's see how far we can get with this. If we use this, and then we use another one, and then we use one last one, that takes us pretty much across the map, like halfway across the map. We started at the beginning of the Killer Shack, halfway across the map with these two add-ons. Pretty nice. Pretty nice for Leatherface. I'll take it. I'll take it. Not too shabby. Now we need to try out his buddy, the Hillbilly, and see how that one goes. So let's jump on in to that.
Identity theft is a crime, Jim.
Oh, we're in game. Jeez, man, I've waited so long. Jeez. That chainsaw sounds like he's yelling, or like okay. Sorry. I was eating and watching a game, Lydia playing, because we've been in queue for so long that it is crazy. Is that the chainsaw or him? That's definitely the chainsaw, right? There we go. Oh, what is it for? Oh, no. Oh, no. This add-on isn't that good anymore. I thought the add-on makes it so that only if you're hitting through a pallet, they will be injured. But it's regardless. Oh no, that's not as good as I think it was now. That's a feels bad. Oh man, I thought that if you hit them regularly, they'd still go down. But if you hit them with the actual... Oh, you see, this is what we're not supposed to do here, and we hit the wall as well. Oh no, this game's gonna go terrible now. Our chainsaw's pretty much useless. Man. I wanted to drop the pallet on me. And there you see the chainsaw almost overheats. We still get her, but our chainsaw hits don't really matter anymore because we would always have to get them at the pallet, and it doesn't really matter because it would still just be a one hit. Well, she messed up. Hi. Okay, so the other add-on that we're also running is that, I believe it's the muffler, so they won't be able to hear our chainsaw outside of the terror radius, which is pretty nice. Hi. Maybe we can still do something with this game. But this ultra rare, I'm starting to reconsider now. That sounds like, I can't tell if that's a chainsaw or him. It's so funny. I remember hearing this. So if you hold your chainsaw like this, I want to actually overheat it, and you just hold it and wait. As you can see, the chainsaw gets red and red and red, and then it overheats, and you have to wait until it is completely past its tipping point and completely cool down to use it again. So ideally, you wouldn't want to do that with your chainsaw, and this is going to punish the players that use their chainsaw a little bit too offensively if you're breaking pallets with it, if you're holding it to use your curve. If you use it way too offensively, you will be penalized. So he's gonna use, ooh, I thought he was gonna drop the pallet there, not bad, Mr. David. I don't actually know where he went. David? I wasn't paying attention, I thought you were gonna drop that pallet for me, but... Ow, well he did drop the pallet. So I'm not meant to use that chainsaw and break those pallets with it. I'm gonna have to get a little bit more used to Hillbilly now. And understanding his charge time, essentially, because now that you can no longer use any add-ons to affect your charge time, well, I believe there is a few, but it is gonna be quite weird. Is someone in the basement? So you can use your chainsaw like this to get around the map with high mobility. That's the way it's meant to be. You can't really use it just to rev and wait. So whenever you decide to rev, make sure you know what you're doing. Hello, Bunny. And as you can see the blood very clearly on Miss Bunny Girl. Because as I said in our last gameplay, you get blood as soon as you are injured, which is pretty cool. It's really awesome to see, because a lot of the lysine cosmetics now have a little bit of blood on them. So offensively, well, that's more defensively and just using our chainsaw just to get around the map. But offensively, you're not meant to. And every time you rev the chainsaw, if you take a look at the bottom left, it gives you a good amount of charge up. As you use it, it slowly adds time as well. And the best way is to not get it to its tipping point, because you don't want it to go that far, because if it does, then you'll have to wait for the entire thing to cool down. I'm gonna rev this chainsaw up. Let's see if she drops it. She does. And my chainsaw overheated before I could use it. That feels bad. Alright. I don't know how we're gonna come back from this one and actually get this one to go. Now, one thing to note, as we mentioned before, if your chainsaw does reach the tipping point and it is completely overheated, it does replenish a little bit faster. So sometimes it would be... Ow. Sometimes it would be a little bit ideal to do so. By just getting it, like if it's about to overheat, instead of waiting for it to overheat all the way, or not, I'm sorry, and just continue to use it, you could just make it overheat. I don't know what I'm saying. So doing the chainsaw like this, it's, oh, and I missed it too. That's a feels bad. That's essentially not the way that they want it. Oh man, we're really bad with Hillbilly. We did so good with Leatherface, and we are not doing good at all with Hillbilly. She didn't even decide to drop that pallet. Aw, man. I'm sorry for the boosted gameplay, guys. I so wasn't ready for this game either. I was eating, I was watching Lydia, I was having a great time. And now we're in a game with an Ultra add-on that is man, I really wish that the add-on would still work. Whoa, jeez, the lag, okay. I really wish that this Ultra add-on, especially since it is an Ultra Rare, worked in the sense that if you hit them outside of the pallet, you would still be able to get the one shot down. I thought that would have been really cool, but apparently that's not what we have, sadly, so it is what it is, I suppose, but I think it would be way more better for an Ultra Rare if that was the case. So using your chainsaw excessively now is also not really smart to do. You want to ensure that you're going to be getting a hit or you're going to fly across the map. And what I was trying to say earlier, by the way, was that if your chainsaw is about to overheat, instead of waiting for the cooldown to happen, what you could do is just overheat it, considering it will cool down faster. And the good thing about it, you obviously will have a faster cooldown. The only bad downside to it is that you won't be able to use your chainsaw for that amount of time, which isn't too long, as it goes down 6 per second, I believe. So that's about what, 6 divided by 100. That's the amount of time, so not too shabby. There we go. We successfully got that one. Got that chainsaw hit, and the pallet break, so not too shabby. Hello, Nancy. Nancy Wheeler. Oh, I forgot the pallet is not there. Okay. I'm gonna go back to this Nia. Let's see if we can get something to go down. I still don't know if that's a chainsaw or him screaming. Jeez. Hello, Nia. I'm sorry for sticking around. I just need to try to make some play here. I'm sure you can understand. So yeah, just revving your chainsaw like this. Doing this just to make noise. Look how fast. Chainsaw overheated. So initial revving gives you a lot of chainsaw heat. When you're just holding it as well, you get a lot of heat. However, if you do decide to just use it, you will be fine. Which is fair, and as you can see, it takes about maybe 6-7 seconds to cool down completely, and that's not too shabby. Opposed to the, let's see how long that takes. That takes about 3 seconds, so you'll have to wait essentially double the amount of time. I was kind of hoping she dropped the pallet there. Hello. Now, honestly, this game isn't going the best. I would re-queue typically and get a better game to showcase everything, but realistically, these queue times from, like, even when Pyramid Head came out, the queue times were way faster than what we're receiving today. I don't know why these specific queue times are long, but holy, these queue times are long. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. I couldn't tell you. That guy just dead-hearted just to die. If this Nancy's smart, she could just pop this gen, you know, there's not really much to it. Woo, not bad, Nancy. Nancy Wheeler. Well, she's injured, so. Oh, she's still looping me? Nancy, what are you doing? What are you doing, Nancy? Woo, you got that dead hard, girl. Nice. All right, I'm gonna go over here. Okay. I was just taking a look. I'm gonna pick this girl up. Nancy shouldn't be around, so we should be fine. Okay, Nancy was still there. I thought she ran away. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. And now she's gonna go save the David as well. I just cucked myself of a 4K, because I'm an idiot. Ooh, and Nancy didn't drop the pallet either. If she dropped the pallet, I'm pretty sure my chainsaw would have went in the right orientation. We would have been able to get something going there. I'm gonna quickly put this David on the hook and get this Pop Goes the Weasel going. I was hoping to get the Nancy down, then we would have had 3 people down, and oh man, that would have been good. So let's put you on the hook. Let's kick this. Let's see if we can do anything here. So realistically, you're not really meant to use your chainsaw because we use about maybe 1/4 of our power just to break a pallet, which isn't really effective. Just revving it up takes a lot out of the chainsaw. Using it like this is quite fine, so that's not to worry about. Hello. I'm gonna go put you on the hook as well. Maybe we can make a play out of this. Maybe we can get like a 2K or something. Let's see. I'm also going to be putting in this gameplay like uncut, just as is. So this is probably going to be a long video. Probably one of the longest videos we've made in a very long time. But there's so much information and details that I want to share with you guys about all these changes that I can't resist. I assume one of them or both of them are probably working on this gen. Well, we had the David there. I don't really see the Nancy. She might have had inner strength and gone to one of these lockers. Maybe not. Let's see. Nancy? No, no one in the lockers. These ends are about to pop though, so we need to keep an eye on them. Alright, let's use this chainsaw, rev it up. So every time you use that, you use about 1/4 of your power. So, hi Nancy. Woo, she was looking up. She wasn't looking where she was going. Woo! Close, close, close. Nancy. So essentially what they've tried to do with the Hillbilly is make it so that he... Oh, I forgot there was a vault there. And she had quick and quiet. Make it so that the survivors have a little bit more counterplay in the sense that they can actually do something instead of having a Hillbilly literally riding on top of you and then knocking you down quite easily. That's essentially what they tried doing here. Nancy, that ain't gonna help. Oh my god. I suck at that. I suck at that. I wish I didn't bring this add-on, to be honest. Oh, I lost it too. Just bad. What? Bruh. But yeah. So if my chainsaw does overheat, as you see, it's overheated right now. it's still gonna be fine. You still can get your hit. You still can do pretty much everything. And will only go into overheat after your chainsaw sprint is finished or you connect with a hit. And that's pretty much the Hillbilly wrapped up there. So I ended up getting no kills. He still is viable. If you know how to play him and know what you're doing, you'll still do good with him. I obviously did not do good with him. I was not prepared. I was not prepared for this. Goodbye, Mr. David. And that's a GG. That's a GG. So, yeah. There we go. That is the Hillbilly, essentially. We didn't really do good at all. We got a couple cool hits, but that's pretty much it. You guys are going to have to try this out for yourselves. GG's. And see how you guys like it. I regret bringing that add-on in just because I wish we had the one-shot capabilities. There was a lot of times where we could apply more adequate pressure if we had that. It didn't specify that all of your hits will be one-shot. Specifically, it says survivor hits to the chainsaw. Oh, no, it does say that. I'm just an idiot. Continue a chainsaw sprint after breaking a pallet. Survivors hit with the chainsaw are damaged for a single health state. Never mind. It definitely does say that. I'm just an idiot, and I didn't realize that it said that. I thought that if they are hit after you break the pallet, they'll only be hurt for one health state. I understand now. I mean, it can come into use. I don't really like it, though. Realistically, as I said, the best things to run here would just be things that reduce your charge time and affect your cooldown with the overheating. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the Leatherface and Hillbilly changes. Pretty cool. I would have to play them a little bit more. As I said, we will be on stream playing them. If you guys want to come out and say hello, take a look at all of the changes. A few times are a little excessive, so we might be playing some Survivor and seeing how other players do. Leatherface has definitely improved significantly. Hillbilly is pretty much in the same area. It will just take a little bit for players to understand how to play as and against him. And I'm sure he'll just be just fine. If anything, he might be knocked down half a tier to B+ from A. But yeah, there you go, everybody. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, make sure you consider subscribing as we're nearing 100,000 subscribers. In fact, we're about to hit 80,000, so thank you all for the love and the support. And as always, I'm the King. I tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.